Namaste everyone, Charlie here, and thank you for joining me for this evening's end of the day yoga stretch, where we're going to work out the kinks of the day and get our body feeling nice and relaxed for the rest of the evening. So let's start in our comfortable seated position, making sure that our buttocks are equally weighting down into the mat, hips are nice and open, spine is nice and straight with a relaxed neck, so just dropping the chin a little bit, straightening through the back of the neck, letting the shoulders roll up, back and down. You can place your hands on your thighs or bring them into chin mudra, however comfortable, and just closing our eyes. We're going to take a moment here just to center ourselves. Push away any of the thoughts or the stresses of the day and just give ourselves this small practice time to indulge in a moving meditation. Bringing your full awareness now to your natural breathing. Taking awareness of the movement in the body as you breathe in and the belly and chest expand outwards like a balloon. And you exhale and draw the belly all the way back into the spine. And just starting with taking a few long, deep breaths. Remember that getting distracted is completely normal. Thoughts will come into the mind. There might be sounds or smells around you. We want to take this time just to push that all away. From your breath, take awareness now of your body. Anywhere where there might be some tension, a bit of stiffness. And as you exhale, just try to relax that part of the body a little bit more. One more deep breath, mindfully drawing your awareness every time you get distracted, back to this present moment, to each breath and to any sensations in the body. As we breathe in now, we're going to stretch the arms up and we're going to look up at the fingertips, palms together if you can reach, if not apart. And as you exhale, slowly lowering them down, drop the chin into the chest and interlace the fingers behind your back, drawing the shoulder blades together. Give yourself a couple of breaths here. Drawing those shoulder blades out a little bit closer together, seeing if the arms can lift up a little bit. Just listen to your body, don't push yourself. Just take awareness of the stretch and breathe into it. On your next inhale, slowly releasing the hands, drawing them back up once again and looking up to the fingers. So letting the head drop backwards, getting a good stretch through the throat. One more big inhale. And as you exhale, gently releasing the hands once again behind you, interlacing the fingers, dropping the chin into the chest and squeezing the chin inwards as you lift the arms behind. One more deep breath, and then gently release, taking the hands either side of you on the mat. We're going to do a side stretch. As we breathe in, we're going to raise the right arm, and as we exhale, we're going to stretch over. Inhale, coming back up, and exhaling to the other side. And again, breathe in to come up nice and tall. Exhale perhaps that little bit further. Inhale, coming up, and exhale to the other side a little bit further. Once more, inhale, coming up, exhaling over to the side. We're going to hold it here for a couple of breaths, pulling those fingertips to the side. Perhaps you can even come down onto the elbow. Let's pull that shoulder back so you're opening the chest to the front. Let the neck completely relax. Use an inhale to bring yourself back up And an exhale to the other side. Just taking awareness of any sides, feeling any difference, perhaps a little bit tighter or stiffer. Let the neck relax with the movement to the side. And just stretch those fingers. And inhaling, coming back up. Lovely. Okay, let's come onto our hands and our knees. Bringing the knees directly under the hips and the hands directly under the shoulders. We want equal weight distribution here, so we have the tendency, because of the disproportionate weight of the head, to lean forwards. We want to make sure there's equal weight between the hands and the legs. We're going to do our cat-cow stretch. So we're going to lower the belly and look up as we breathe in for our cow pose. And as we breathe out, we're going to bring the nose towards the pelvis and curl the spine up, tucking the chin inwards. Inhaling, looking back up, arching the back. And exhale, curling under. And then inhale, coming into our cow pose. And we're going to hold it here for a few breaths. Make sure the arms are strong and straight. Feel that arch in the back as you open the chest forwards. If looking up is uncomfortable, then you can just relax the neck. You just want to work into this gentle back bend. And then gently releasing. And we're going to neutralize the spine, give the whole body a good stretch in our downward dog position. So making sure that the hands are in line with the shoulders with the middle finger facing forwards, fingers spread, and we're going to bring ourselves up into our downward dog, starting with bending each knee alternatively and rolling those elbows outwards. We get a really good stretch through the shoulders. Make sure that the elbows aren't curling in towards each other, but they're rolling out. Shake the neck a little bit to make sure that it's completely relaxed. And really feel your hands pressing forwards into the mat as you lift the hips and keep bending the knees, taking each heel that millimeter closer towards the mat. And then seeing if you can work both heels towards the floor and just breathe. You can close your eyes here or find a focal point for the eyes. Keeping the arms strong and straight, really feeling that stretch through the spine, all the way down through the back of the legs. Lovely, one more deep breath. And then we're going to come down onto the knees, step our right foot forwards and come in to a low lunge. So let's bring the hands to the inside of the right foot and begin lowering ourselves down into a deeper lunge. If you can, taking the elbows onto the mat and just releasing the back foot and letting yourself sink down into the pose. I want to make sure that the knee is over the ankle. Relax the head completely. And just breathe. Feel that stretch through the front, the right thigh and buttock, the inner thigh. Give yourself a couple more deep breaths with each exhale. Just allow yourself to sink that little bit further. Then use an inhale to walk yourself back up. We're going to place the hands under the shoulders and we're going to raise the left knee, straightening it and now pushing the heel to the back wall. The weight distribution is now shifting out through the back leg as we push that heel towards the back and allow the right knee to come forwards. So we're getting a good stretch all the way from that knee and out through that heel. Breathe into the stretch and then allow the left knee to come back down onto the mat and we're going to come into our pigeon pose. So we're going to lift the right leg and place the foot facing outwards and allow ourselves to sink down. Here we want to make sure that the left leg is in line with the hip. We've opened up the right foot a little bit to allow us some space to sink down. And breathe, nice open chest. Feel free to do any of this with your eyes closed. To take it further, you can allow yourself to sink forwards with the upper body and just melt down into the mat. We want to really release the tension through the buttocks and the thighs. Just giving our hips a nice stretch. Two more deep breaths. Then using an inhale, walk yourself back up. Slide the right knee back. And we're going to bring the left one forwards for our deep lunge on the other side. So we're going to take the hands to the inside of the left foot and begin bending the elbows. Remember, each side might be feeling different, so just listen to your body. See if you can come down onto the forearms, the elbows on this side. Just relax the head completely and breathe, closing the eyes if you like. Just releasing yourself down into the pose. Perhaps you're further up, that's absolutely fine. You might just be here. Just allow yourself to release through the thighs and the buttocks. And then using an inhale, coming back up and taking the hands underneath the shoulders. Lifting the right leg this time and pushing the heel to the back wall. So again, the weight distribution is going out through that heel as we press it back, allowing that left knee to just stretch forwards. Really breathe into the stretch. And then gently release the right knee down for the pigeon pose on the other side. So opening up that knee and foot and letting the hips slide down. Find where you're comfortable on this side, making sure the right leg now is in line with the hip. Breathe and just release the hips downwards, making sure they stay nice and level and they're not tipping more to one side or the other. Nice open chest, and if you like, you can release yourself all the way forwards and down. And just relax and breathe. Inhale to walk yourself back up, sliding the left knee back and coming into a seated position with the legs out in front. And we're going to work the spine a little bit more with a twist. So we're going to start always with the right side. So picking up the right knee, drawing the heel in towards the body. This might be where you're comfortable today for your twist, otherwise take it a bit further. See if you can cross the foot to the outside of the left thigh. If the foot is flat on the floor and your sitting bones are nice and equal, you're not tipping to one side, then perhaps you'll twist from here. Take it even further, maybe you'll bend the left leg and bring the heel towards the buttock, making sure that the right foot is still flat on the floor and the buttocks are still nice and equal. Let's inhale and raise the arms up, and on the exhale gently begin twisting to the right. Left arm takes hold of the right knee and the right hand is going to ground itself as close into the spine as you can, pressing that hand down so that you grow nice and tall through the spine. Make sure that you're not leaning back. Ground it down, draw that right knee in towards you and breathe. The neck can look behind the right shoulder if you like, or if that's uncomfortable, just leave it nice and neutral. And breathe into your twist. As we're inhaling, we want to grow even taller. And as we exhale, we want to see if we can twist that millimeter further. One more deep breath. And then gently releasing. and unwrapping the legs. Feel free to give them a little bit of a shake if you want, and we're going to do the other side. This side might be different. Perhaps you're at step 1 on this side, or perhaps you can take it further, crossing the foot flat onto the other side, or even bending the right knee as well, and coming into whichever comfortable position is yours today on this side. Breathing in, lifting up as tall as you can, and exhale, twisting to the left. Right arm takes hold of the left knee, and the left arm's going to come behind, as close into the spine as you can, and we're pressing down into the left hand so that we grow even taller up through the spine. Looking behind the left shoulder, or just to the side a bit, wherever the neck's comfortable. Close the eyes and breathe. Really feel your body in this pose. Last big breath. And exhale, gently releasing to the front and unwrapping the legs. Lovely. Let's have them out in front of us. We're going to have our arms in front, and we're going to spread the fingers and the toes as much as we can, really spreading them apart. They're important little joints and muscles for us to stretch out at the end of the day as well. And then we're going to close them. Scrunch our toes up. You might be able to see. Scrunch your fingers up into fists. And then once more, opening them all out as wide as you can. And then scrunching them up into balls. Lovely. And then relax. A few circles with the ankles. So we're going to circle them in one direction. Big circles, really stretching them as far forwards to the sides and back. And then in the other direction. And then same thing with the wrists. Just a few circles, just opening them up. You'd be surprised how stiff our wrists can get throughout the day. And in the other direction. Lovely. And then relax. Let's take the hands behind us and just open the chest. Letting the head drop back. Seeing if the hands can come even closer behind, perhaps they can even touch. So we're really pulling those shoulder blades together behind us. If it's uncomfortable to have the neck back, you can draw the chin forwards. You want to open the chest and draw the shoulders together. We spend a lot of time with our shoulders hunched forwards, reading on computers or our phones. Let's just counter stretch that. And then finishing off, we're going to walk ourselves up. Inhale and raise our arms up, and just counter stretch that back bend by letting ourselves come as far forwards with a flat back as we can. Perhaps you're just holding on to your thighs here. Make sure you don't curl the spine. We're better off being here than we are curling. Perhaps you can take them a bit further forwards. Keep breathing with each exhale. See if you can take yourself that a little bit further forwards, not down. Thinking of extending the crown of the head to the front. We're aiming for belly to thighs, chest to knees, and head or nose to the shins. And then gently inhale to release and walk yourself up. And we're going to relax ourselves back down into Shavasana for a little rest, just to allow the body to assimilate and relax after those few movements. So legs and arms slightly apart. And just taking awareness of your heartbeat and your breath. Shaking out any tension perhaps in the arms, the buttocks or the legs. Just really letting yourself sink down. Make sure the neck is comfortable. And closing the eyes. Just giving yourself these few moments now. Just to relax completely. And I'd like you to have a think as you're lying here about how lucky we are just to have woken up this morning alive, to have had this whole day in front of us, feeling gratitude for the day, for our body, for the clothes that we wore today, food that we've eaten, and the water that we have. Just remembering that there's many people in the world that don't have the clothes, the food, the water, the bed that we woke up in, the walls and ceiling around us. And taking the last minute now of this relaxation to think of anything else in your day that you're thankful for. You may have had a crappy day, and thoughts might come into your mind of the negative things that may have happened. We're going to take 1 minute just to keep pushing those away and drawing our awareness mindfully to the nice things that have happened, the positive things, and just keeping those in our mind as we fully relax the body and let it melt heavily down into the mat. Pushing away any negative or distractions. And now giving yourself 3 deep breaths. As you breathe in through the nose, long and deep, feel the belly expanding upwards like a balloon about to pop. And as you breathe out, draw the belly all the way to the spine. Inhaling, releasing, filling the chest up. And exhaling as we expel that stale air from the lungs. Last big long breath. Lovely. And give the ankles and the wrists a bit of a shake. Draw the knees into the chest. Feel free to slowly rock from side to side if you're comfortable with doing that. You can use the arms if you like, but otherwise let's try to rock ourselves up into a seated position. I hope you're feeling a little bit more stretched out now at the end of the day, and I wish you the rest of a lovely evening. Namaste.